I told you earlier, Alex Anthopoulos, he's no fun at times like this, right? He's working in the shadows. He doesn't help us do our job.
You text him?
I mean, not today.
D-Row, did you text D-Row?
No, you told me not to.
Good, okay.
I'm going to.
Go ahead.
I'm going to write D-Row back, and I'm saying I'm offended. But here's my question that, again, Alex doesn't even breadcrumb us with, like, potential of what he's looking for. We've discussed veteran leadership, new guys, all those things. How important is it or not for the Braves to have a Latin-born manager? And I teased it as speaking Ronald Acuña's language. The Braves, like every other club in baseball, continue to see Latin American players start to really kind of take over rosters as we move along. I saw the number this morning that 30% of all baseball rosters are Latin-born players. That having a manager who speaks your language, all pun intended, is bilingual, that can relate to you more. I wonder how much that is a factor or not for the Atlanta Braves. And I was looking at, and I took a quick glance over the Braves roster to see just who kind of jumped off the page at me. But that's Acuña, that's Ozzy, that's Raylo, that's Joe Jimenez, if Raisel Iglesias is back, and I'm sure there's a couple of others. So I wonder again if that's a factor for the Braves in a time where you look around baseball. Red Sox have Alex Cora. Astros have Joe Espada. Mets have Carlos Mendoza. White Sox have Pedro Grifol. Cardinals have Oliver Marmol. Could they, as Alex puts together his list, think younger, bilingual, Latin-born? Is that something that might be an advantage to us both now and then in the future? Let's say money's equal, Chuck, on the free agent market. Later on, and there's a Latin-born player who's like, money's kind of close. I kind of like that manager because he can relate to me. I can relate to him. Maybe that becomes a factor. I have no idea if that's at the top or even on Alex's wish list, but it's something I don't think you can ignore in today's baseball.
Wouldn't care if that was a factor that he used at all. I said a couple of years ago, I realized you can still get players at LSU and Long Beach and, Cal State Fullerton. I want my team, if I'm a fan of a major league team, I want them investing almost all their resources when they bring players in. Get me players who grew up in an area where almost everybody around them speaks Spanish. Mm-hmm. Maybe this kid doesn't speak Spanish, but I want as you said, where are the ball players? They're in places where almost everybody around them speaks Spanish.
This is the Dominican. This is Curacao. This is
absolutely Venezuela. It's everywhere. Absolutely, go where the ball players are.
So then,
no issue with that.
Do you want some names?
Yeah.
We brought up the name Yadier Molina. I was like, why Yadier Molina?
Yadier's a boss.
He's been managing in the Winter League last couple of years, including Puerto Rico. Dave Martinez, your favorite, the former Brave, he was born in America, but his parents are Puerto Rican born, so you can check a couple of those boxes if you like. And then there are a few other names that I read that aren't going to probably pop the same way. But it is something to consider that we're going to get to a point you're going to look up, and these rosters are going to be 50% Latin-born players.
Don't doubt it at all. Plus, the Asian market is being exploited big time over the last probably 20 years by major league executives. Like, oh, yeah, we can get a lot of big, good ball players there. I'd said something whenever it was, when he's coming back from the second injury. That's right. And Ronald was appearing in, I don't want to say Modelo. It was a beer ad, but it's like a cardboard cutout. He's not in an actual commercial. He's just endorsing them in print. And I said, if it matters to Ronald, and it may not, if maximizing his potential with Madison Avenue, advertisers, endorsements, then he needs to speak English better. And remember, he started giving interviews.
He's done it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I said, if it's him, he may not care and he may not want the endorsements. But if he does, he wants the bigger things. He can get the Dairy Queen commercial like Ozzy, speak the language. It seems that was important to him. So so language is a thing that he does notice and he'll react to. This strikes me as a nice little option for the Braves if it were to come up.
So the last part of the Ronald Acuña aspect, he's going to be a free agent after 2028. Money's going to dictate his decision, and it should. It dictates most decisions. But I always like to frame it as if the money's close, and you do have a manager that Ronnie's like, he gets me, I get him. We do speak the language. We do have that relationship. All right. I mean, I love Atlanta. I love everything. Somebody else made me a great offer, but all the money's very close, and I like this guy. Wonder how much Alex would consider it.